Hello, friends. Welcome back to another informative session of Day Life. Myself, Dr. Jasmeet, a certified low carb advisor. So, today, the 14th November, the World Diabetes Day. So, on this day, D Life has come up with a discussion on diabetes remission. So, the 14th November happens to be the birthday of Sir Frederick Banting, who discovered insulin in 1922 along with his colleague Charles Best. So it was a life saving invention, especially for the type 1 diabetics, because the insulin is the hormone that plays many important functions in our body. It helps the body it helps the cells of our body to uptake the glucose from our blood to convert it into the energy called ATP. And in addition to this, it also helps store the excess energy that we feed to our body to get stored in the fat cells in the form of fat. So, no doubt that it was a life saving invention. Thus, in respect and commemoration of this great guy, WHO, the World Health Organization, recognized 14th November as the World Diabetes Day. So, the World Diabetes Day is celebrated every year on 14th November with the aim to raise awareness among people about this medical condition. So, with the same aim, D Life team has also come up with a live discussion on diabetes remission. But I think that before we get into the diabetes remission discussion, it's very important for the knowledge of our viewers to know about the statistics of the diabetes. So, in the last years, no doubt the prevalence of diabetes has increased remarkably. But the recent data from India, it shows that the 1 in 11 people aged from 20 to 79, they are now diabetic. And another shocking truth is 50% of them remains undiagnosed throughout their life. So with this, I would like to start with the D Life team, Anup Singh, Arun Kumar, and our special guest, Shashikant Iyengar, whom we call a Keto King, who is a follower of low carb, high fat diet, who himself is a type 2 diabetic. So welcome all of you.
Afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jasmine.
So Shashi ji, I think that आपसे start किया जाए. आप डायबिटीज के स्टैटिस्टिक्स के बारे में बताएं वर्ल्ड वाइड के.
Yeah, thank you, Jasmeet. I think we all know what diabetes is. Basically, it is termed as a blood sugar which is raised over a certain level, which is already decided. And I think it is very, very interesting to know the statistics. As per the statistics rolled out by IDF, International Diabetic Federation in 2021, it says that 537 million adults are living with diabetes the world over, which is actually 1 in 10. And the number is predicted to rise to 643 million by 2030 and 784 million by 2045. Now the issue is now here, like 4 of 5 of these adults with diabetes actually live in low and middle income countries. So this is another again very difficult situation. And now let me come to one of the biggest surprises, which many of us may not know. Diabetes is responsible, or rather was responsible, for 6.7 million deaths in 2021. That is 1 in every 5 seconds. If you really see this data, this really surpasses everything else, including the current pandemic. However, diabetes is not recognized as a pandemic. Now, diabetes also caused at least US $966 billion in healthcare expenditure, which is more than 300 times the increase in the last 15 years. And 541 million adults have impaired glucose tolerance, which places them on high risk. So in addition to the diabetics, frank diabetics, we also have 541 million impaired glucose tolerance guys. I mean, these are essentially those who will actually show a normal HbA1c, maybe even normal PP. But if you take their glucose level somewhere in between, after giving them 75 grams of glucose, they will actually, their blood sugar will actually spike. So that's how it is. Now, this is world over. Now let us come to what they say about India. The statistics says again that there are 74 million diabetics in India, 74 million, and another 40 millions are actually undiagnosed. So this is what they say. So this 74 plus 40, and impaired glucose tolerance is another 40 million. So you can imagine the amount of issues we have in this country. Now, even as per their own data, they say that, yeah, now let me come to something which we just saw in newspaper today. This especially is referred to my city, that is Mumbai. This was a study which was rolled out, some 3-year data, and this data was given by SRL Labs. It is there in the newspaper today. They say that 1 in 3 person tested are actually pre-diabetic. You can just imagine 1 in 3 are actually pre-diabetic. And out of these, 74% of the people had BMI about 23, 44% were sedentary. And they also say that under 40 had the moderate to high risk of pre-diabetes. So they also say that 37% of overall tested are diabetics and another 37 are pre-diabetic. So this essentially takes that 70% of the population in Mumbai are just totally metabolically disturbed. And we don't know about the rest balance 30. God only knows what they will be. And yeah, so I think so this is how it goes. This is the statistics which we have seen. Over to you,
Yeah, it's a huge number. Actually, ठीक है कि हाँ डायबिटिक्स का रेट तो बढ़ रहा है, but the another thing is now पहले जो लोग डायबिटिक होते थे in the age 40 to 50, but अब क्या है कि जो डायबिटिक्स they are even getting diabetic even at very young age like in 20s or 30s also. और इसके साथ साथ क्या है कि मैंने देखा है कि जो young लोग हैं they just ignore the high blood glucose level. Maybe they think that it is a temporary phase of their life, but they don't understand the complications associated with the high blood glucose level. So I think जैसे कि आज वर्ल्ड डायबिटीज डे में हाँ अवेयरनेस तो डायबिटीज केयर के बारे में, बट इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हाँ पहले लोगों को पता होना चाहिए कि इफ दे हैव अनकंट्रोल्ड ब्लड ग्लूकोज लेवल, व्हाट आर द कॉम्प्लिकेशंस दैट कैन कम इन फ्यूचर. So I think Arun Kumar, you can mention some.
Yeah. Actually, today I saw in the local newspaper in Patna that in Bihar, almost 8% teenagers, I repeat, it is teenagers, they have been detected as a diabetic, type 2 diabetic. It was surprise. I never imagined that such figure, almost 8% of Bihar teenage population are suffering from diabetes. And then they have given a district-wise figure. Among that, 1 or 2 districts are top, where 12 to 13% are there. Teenagers are the diabetic. Such is the situation. We imagine that these teenagers are diabetic. Near future, within 4 years, 5 years, or 10 years, they will have all other metabolic disorders like heart disease, then kidney, nephropathy, retinopathy, all will come back. But problem is this: when you talk to them, they will say, "नहीं, मेरे को तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता है, मेरा क्या अभी तो उम्र ही कितनी है."
Yeah, this is the problem.
This is the problem. They don't. But once it is diagnosed, also doctor prescribe medicine and doctor all this, but they don't follow. Second thing, the reason for this we'll discuss later on. But I have seen in the locality or in the town also, you will find a lot of obese people. They are not going to check their diabetes in the lab also. If you talk to them, why you are taking this soda, why you are taking sweets, all this, मेरे को कुछ नहीं होना, मेरा शुगर बिल्कुल ठीक है, मेरा शुगर नहीं बढ़ेगा. But all of a sudden, when they go for the test with some other element, they went to doctor and doctor prescribed for blood glucose test. Then they find that, okay, I am also diabetic. That is the one phase. Later on, when doctor will ask him to follow these steps, they will hardly follow that. Initially for 2-3 months, I have seen they follow. Later on, धीरे-धीरे वो सब casual हो जाता है. फिर जैसे पहले खाते थे वैसे ही खाना शुरू कर देते हैं. That is the problem. So we have to make those people aware that diabetes is a problem. It's you have to go and check it, even though you are teenage. I just after seeing this news, I'm confirmed that I'm actually very much concerned about that. That all these schools and colleges, they should check their blood sugar also for their students reading there. This is my view. This is my view. But government, they cannot do it, but schools can do it. And they can, if early detection is there, then certainly it can be reversed, remission is there. But if not, then there is a problem. Okay.
तो अवेयरनेस जो है हमारी एजुकेशन से स्टार्ट होनी चाहिए, स्कूल्स में ही एजुकेशन देना चाहिए हमें बच्चों को कि हाँ, इनको अवेयर करना चाहिए कि हाँ डायबिटीज इज अ मेजर डिजीज। सो अनूप सिंह, आई थिंक अवेयरनेस के बारे में बात करें तो सबसे पहले आई थिंक एजुकेट करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है लोगों को द रूट कॉज ऑफ डायबिटीज के बारे में। ठीक है, अगर लोगों को पता होगा कि हाँ डायबिटीज होता क्यों है, मे बी some of them maybe they can take care of those things. So could you please mention कि हाँ why diabetics happens?
Okay, Jasmeet, इसके पहले what Shashi and Arun sir had said, उस पे थोड़ा ऐड कर दूं.
हाँ sure.
In one line, instead of trying to give a breakup, एक जो डेटा बहुत जल्दी लोगों के समझ में आए नहीं आए वो बात अलग है. The cost of diabetes and obesity to US is around 10% of their GDP.
Oh,
okay,
it's a huge
10%
number.
of their GDP. If you extend that number to India, it is almost same. ठीक है, 2.2, 2.5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी है, उसका बर्डन जो है 220 बिलियन है. तो you can presume safely that 10% of your GDP is the cost of handling obesity and diabetes complications. And many say, that many countries could go bankrupt if they continue like this. तो एक तो ये हो गया. दूसरा हो गया, this I have never been a very big fan of these fashionable terminologies like IFG. ठीक है, फास्टिंग ग्लूकोज टॉलरेंस जो है वो बट ठीक नहीं है. हाँ, then pre-diabetes. For me, technically, if it is above 5.6, please consider yourself as a diabetic. Don't live in a fool's paradise thinking that सब कुछ सही है, आगे चल के सब कुछ सही हो जाएगा. ठीक है, नहीं होगा. It will only worsen from pre-diabetes to diabetes and from diabetes to uncontrolled diabetes, where finally you will end up with insulin. ये मान के चलिए आप. अब जैसा अरुण सर ने कहा, कि people don't bother. ये तो पेपर की चलिए ऑब्जर्वेशनल. अरुण सर ने देखा कई लोग नहीं है फिर भी नहीं करते. मैं अपना मतलब एक अभी रिसेंट केस बताता हूँ. बैचमेट है मेरा, हाइट इज 68, ठीक है, वेट इज 120 kg, 68 इंचेस हाइट पे 120 kg वेट. एंड आई हैड टोल्ड हिम गेट योर फास्टिंग इंसुलिन टेस्टेड. वो 1-1.5 महीने बाद टेस्ट करके एक पेपर भेज दिया कि 13 है. मैं कहा 13 है तो गलत है, 6 से ऊपर गलत है. 6 के ऊपर अगर है तो यू आर ऑन अ रोड दैट विल लीड यू टू ऑल सॉर्ट्स ऑफ ट्रबल फाइनली. उसका जो काउंटर था, अरे लैब का तो 25 तक है, लैब के रेंज में है. मैं अभी हिल स्टेशन गया था, वहां पे मेरे इतना चला, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. मैं कहा ठीक है, कैरी ऑन व्हाटएवर यू आर डूइंग. अब आता है कि डायबिटीज या कोई भी ये चीजें होती क्यों है, जो आपका क्वेश्चन था. ये काफी सारे एपिसोड में हम बोल चुके हैं, एनर्जी टॉक्सिसिटी. ये शब्द जो है बार बार हम लोग रिपीट करते हैं. तो एसेंशियली इट इज बॉडी को आप यू आर फीडिंग एट अ रेट ग्लूकोज विच बॉडी कैन नॉट हैंडल इन द सेंस यू यूज इट फॉर एनर्जी, यू डोंट स्टोर इट. अब वो आप 60% कार्बोहाइड्रेट दोगे, ठीक है, and so-called experts, they consider 10% sugar in diet as perfectly fine, and they consider it fine because वो sweet spot है hedonic pleasure का. वो आप हटा दोगे तो हल्दीराम का जो चूड़ा आता है ना, उसमें 8% शुगर नहीं मिलेगी आपको added. So this is the case. People are eating recklessly, ठीक है, and they are eating too much. हम आप बैठ के बात कर रहे हैं, वी आर बर्निंग अराउंड 70 किलो कैलोरी पर डे पर आवर. अब आप खाना खाते हो, यू आर टेकिंग इन 100 ग्राम्स अगर कार्बोहाइड्रेट है, जो कि 60% आता है 3 मील पे, यू आर जनरेटिंग एनर्जी एट द रेट ऑफ 200 किलो कैलोरीज पर आवर. तो 130-140 कहाँ जाएगी? यू विल कन्वर्ट इट इनटू फैट एंड स्टोर इट. तो कोई देखता नहीं है. एक परसेप्शन है कि बड़ा पेट मतलब यू आर अ वेरी रईस आदमी. Big tummy is a sign of richness.
Prosperity.
So let it grow. Essentially, बढ़ती हुई tummy energy is because of energy toxicity or overfeeding of carbohydrate and pathetically low protein consumption in India, which is around 30 grams per day. For survival, as Shashi always mentions, it is 0.8 grams class A protein. 0.8 अगर 60 का आदमी 60 किलो का भी है कोई तो उसको 50 ग्राम तो चाहिए और 50 में भी वो 30 लेते हैं. दैट इज इंडियाज एवरेज. तो ये बेसिक जो है कारण ये दो है. एक तो केयरलेसनेस, रेकलेसनेस, टू मच ऑफ ईटिंग, वो सेडेंटरी लाइफस्टाइल एंड ऑल. इवन आई एम सेडेंटरी, शशि इज सेडेंटरी practically, but even as a diabetic we are on no medical medicines. एंड मेरा 11 साल होने को है, शशि का 7 साल होने को है, अरुण सर का 7 साल है. वी आर परफेक्टली फाइन. नॉन डायबिटिक A1C, when we say non diabetic, it means 5.6 max. Diabetes and all that, I consider diabetes as pregnancy. Either it is a yes or a no. तो बस ये है.
Okay, thank you, Anup Singh. So I think, Shashi, before we get into the diabetes remission part, we should, I think, first discuss about what actually type 1 diabetes is and what is type 2 diabetes. उसके बाद हम remission के बारे में बात करेंगे.
That just to add to what Anup Singh said, energy toxicity. There are various schools of thought. One also says that the excess omega-6 which we ingest through seed oils, they independently cause insulin resistance. So if you really see, even in India, our traditional oils are something different. We used to use primarily animal fat like butter, ghee, and then maybe some cold press peanut or sesame oil or whatever. But these were all in small quantity essentially. But then ghee and butter were an integral part actually. And if we ask our grandparents, if you see, they always had, even whether they were rich or poor, everyone used to have a good amount of ghee. So all these were actually used much more than the refined seed oil. Then today what happens is we use excess of these seed oils, and this deep fried food which we have it daily, unlike the earlier times which are had only in, let us say, only in festivals. So all these, so energy toxicity also comprises ingestion of excess seed oils. So refined carbohydrate plus seed oils they all going to cause havoc. So that's how it is. Yeah, thanks.
So thank you, Shashi. So I think now we should explain a bit about what type 1 and type 2 diabetics are.
And I think Arun Kumar can take this.
Okay.
As we all know that diabetes type 1 and type 2 are classified based on the type of, actually type 1 diabetes is basically autoimmune disease where our body's own immune cells attach the beta cells and make the beta cells, necrosis of the beta cells, and beta cells are dysfunction, not functioning well. So they are unable to produce insulin. Otherwise, this type 1 diabetes needs insulin because there is no other way out to give. But in the low carb diet, even the type 1 diabetes will follow, their insulin requirement will be very, very low. Very, very low. There are a number of examples around us who are type 1 diabetes taking the low carb and their insulin requirement is low. If the statistics says that only 5% of total diabetic population in the world are suffering from type 1. Rest 95 is from the type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is now like every 5-10 persons in a 10, every 5 persons in the 10 are suffering from the type 2 diabetes. Now, why the type 2 diabetes is suddenly boom? I mean, why these numbers are lasted during say 20-30 years? Because I remember during 70s or even up to 80s, diabetes are not that common, and of course the people above the 50 or above 60, they used to get diagnosed with the diabetes, but not below 40. But during the last 20-25 years period, suddenly there is a boom in the diabetic cases. As Shashi has mentioned, that this much of figure and this much of figure in India also and worldwide also. And why? Because of the two factors. One, I have seen the use of highly processed food, even bakery foods or the packed foods which are available now in India, not more than 20 years back. Even in the 20 years in Patna, there was hardly one or two fast food shops are there. Now, if you go outside, even to outside my house, you'll find plenty of the fast food shops. And they are all selling this fast food burger and what you call the pasta and these and all. Because I don't take, so I don't remember all the names also. Second thing is the huge sale of the soda, the sugary drink. There is a huge sale. If you go to the any mall or any shop, people are buying 2, 3, 4 bottles of the 2 liters pack. After where these are going? Family, parents are drinking, their kids are also drinking. As a result, diabetes going to happen, parents and their kids also. That's why I am not surprised now that why the 8% of the teenage of Bihar
Yeah.
are suffering from the diabetes. Because the use of intake of the soda, sugary drink are just boom. It is spiked so much. The sales has spiked so much. So that's why the diabetes, type 2 diabetes is going up and up. People are not realizing, if you talk to the people about the low carb diet, even if you talk to the restricted carb, they will say, this is not possible. My parents were taking this food, my grandparents were taking this food. उनको कहाँ diabetes हुआ? मेरे को क्यों होगा? कैसे होगा? But they don't realize कि वो आपके जितना sugary drinks नहीं पीते थे, आपके इतना fast food नहीं खाते थे. उनका फूड बहुत सिंपल था और शुगर का कंजम्पशन जो है वो हमारे ख्याल से ऑलमोस्ट 15 to 20 टाइम्स बढ़ गया है इन ए ईयर. हम जितना शुगर आज खाते हैं एक दिन में, उतना शुगर आज से शायद 30 साल पहले, 35 साल पहले शायद 5-6 महीने में लोग खाते थे. स्टेटिस्टिक इसका है क्या शुगर का कंजम्पशन इतना बढ़ गया है, तो वो आखिर तो कहाँ हार्म करेगा? वो करेगा हमारे बॉडी को, हमको डायबिटीज होना है. ये एकदम सीधा सीधी बात है, बिल्कुल इक्वेशन बहुत क्लियर है. आप शुगर बढ़ाइएगा, आप कार्बोहाइड्रेट बढ़ाइएगा, आपका बीटा सेल्स को अप नहीं कर पाएगा और आप टाइप 2 डायबिटीज.
ये सर कुमार, हम अपने पिछले भी एपिसोड्स में, हर एपिसोड में मेंशन करते हैं एक्चुअली बेसिकली कि डायबिटीज और एनी अदर मेटाबॉलिक डिसऑर्डर का मेन रीजन ये एनर्जी टॉक्सिसिटी है. मींस एक्सेस कंजम्पशन ऑफ फूड, बहुत ज्यादा एक्सेस कंजम्पशन हो रहा है खाने का, इसीलिए हम डायबिटिक हो रहे हैं या एनी अदर मेटाबॉलिक डिसऑर्डर कुछ भी है, हाइपरटेंशन है या पीसीओएस है या ओबेसिटी है. सो अवेयरनेस तो एजुकेशन स्कूल से ही स्टार्ट होना चाहिए, तभी हम वर्ल्ड डायबिटीज डे को रियली में सेलिब्रेट कर सकते हैं कि हाँ, अगर हम लो लेवल पे बेसिक लेवल पे जाके लोगों को एजुकेट करें कि बेसिक डायबिटीज हो क्यों रहा है. तो आई थिंक शशि जी आप बता सकते हैं आगे कि हाँ, टाइप 1 और टाइप 2 डायबिटिक्स, नो डाउट कि टाइप 1 डायबिटिक्स लोगों दे देमसेल्व्स दे आर नॉट एबल टू प्रोड्यूस इंसुलिन. बट आजकल क्या है कि जो टाइप 2 डायबिटिक्स लोग भी हैं वो भी इंसुलिन ले रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो क्या इंसुलिन की जरूरत है टाइप 2 डायबिटिक्स को? क्या ये उनकी हालत को बेहतर कर रहा है इंसुलिन लेना टाइप 2 डायबिटिक्स को, या और वर्स कर रहा है?
See, first of all, one thing is clear that type 1 diabetes, there is no cure. Okay, so there is no option but to take insulin. So anyone who claims that they have some jadi booty, they have some juices which can cure type 1 diabetes, they are just fraud and should be ignored. So there is no cure, there is only insulin. Now regarding type 2 diabetics, what happens is once people are diagnosed, they are put on meds and they're put on certain diet, whatever diet be it. But the thing is, now what generally we have seen is people do not stick to whatever dietary recommendations given. First of all, whatever dietary recommendations are given are not good because they still are 60-70% carbohydrates. But even that, there people don't stick to that also. People just go overboard, and then what happens after some time, meds keep on adding, and then people gradually land up in insulin. So that is the issue. Now, I really don't want to debate whether insulin is good or insulin is bad at this point. But what I mean is, if a diabetics they follow a proper diet, and if like a low carbohydrate diet, they can actually avoid everything. They can avoid even getting to this insulin or even to tablets. So there are two sides to the debate, whether insulin is good or bad. But then a lot of studies also show that uh, insulin themselves, for type 2 diabetics may not be good. But I really don't want to go into this zone as of now. Okay, I think we can discuss more on how we can have a different approach to treating diabetes.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Shashi. So, Anup Singh, like we are going to talk about the diabetes remission now. So, what actually diabetes remission क्या है? मतलब diabetes को हम कैसे is it a reversal, or we can just manage or control our blood glucose level by certain lifestyle changes? Is it a different from the reversal?
रेमिशन का जहां तक है वो, if you go by the international definition, then A1C is 6.5 max, and at the most metformin included. ठीक है, हमारा क्या है, हम बोलते हैं we again get back to same old basics. If it is above 5.6, we are still diabetic. It is not remission. We are controlling it well, but by definition, logically, it is not remission. ठीक है. Or there are certain organizations like what they do, what we do, and they have to, take care of all those legal issues. They don't want to get on the wrong side of various associations, so they persist with 6.5 and below is remission. It is not reversal.
Okay.
Now, it is not reversal if again we follow what the standard dietary recommendations are, which is 60% carbohydrate, balance is protein and fat. Now, if we look at it, अब जैसे मेरे को करीब 11 साल होने वाले हैं. In another 90 days, I'll complete 11 years, 5.6 max, no medicines. I can say I have not, मैं remission में नहीं हूँ, I have reversed it. Now, I have reversed it because I know that high carb, low fat diet is purely nonsensical. There is no science to defend that dietary recommendations. जहाँ पे आप 60% of your calorie you are taking from non-essential macro, which is carbohydrate. तो पहला तो वो dietary recommendation गलत है. अगर वो गलत है तो then I have reversed my diabetes because I don't like to live on that diet, which is technically wrong. But again, as I said, to be on the right side of various associations and so-called international bodies, I am into remission. So remission means हमारे हिसाब से 5.6 and below with metformin at the most, and जो बाकी हैं उनके हिसाब से international जो है वो 6.5 and below with at the most metformin max. ये metformin भी कई agree करते हैं, कई नहीं करते हैं. There is a US operation, I won't name them, but they consider metformin as not a drug for specifically diabetes. So they treat it as, it is okay. If you are hitting 6.5 with metformin, you have put it into remission. Remission means अगर आप वापस जाओगे 60% carbohydrate पे, you will again walk into a dangerous territory.
So आपके कहने का मतलब है कि हाँ, जब कोई भी anybody who come to this low carb high fat lifestyle, so they get the normal numbers like below 5.6% as per D-Life. So we call it remission, and at most they are on metformin. Okay, but we call it reversal because most of us who are already following LCHF, they never want to get back on this high carb, low fat diet.
Yeah, most of us. So it is reversal because lifestyle, as I said, 11 मेरे को हो गए, 7 शशि को होने वाले हैं, 7 के ऊपर अरुण सर को हो गए. अरुण का तो it is more than 25 years of diabetes history.
Yeah, that also depends how long you have.
7 साल, if you can survive, with 5.6 max and just metformin, that is reversal. Because he's not going to go into that dangerous territory of eating 60% carbohydrate. तो डिपेंड करता है आप देखते कैसे हो, ठीक है।
So I remember अनूप सिंह, आपका केस एक ऐसा केस है जिसमें कि जैसे ही आप डायग्नोज हुए, so within few months you just switched to low carb high fat.
Yes, I did that because I was desperate कि मेरे को पहले तो मेरे को पता नहीं था, बट बाद में जब सारी चीजें एक महीने के अंदर सारी चीजें पता चल गई ना कि where it will end finally, so I was terrified.
So diabetic history पे बहुत डिपेंड करता है, because as far as I know now you can tolerate better than others.
Oh yes.
Like Arun Kumar and Shashikant Iyengar, like I have seen other members also on D Life, they can't tolerate much during for a single meal. Like in your case, it's you have a better carb tolerance. So जितना जल्दी हम इसको पकड़ेंगे और जितना जल्दी we change our lifestyle, so उतना there are much more chances to get it into the reversal mode. Is it?
Yes, because जो impaired fasting glucose और impaired glucose tolerance ये जो stage है ना, अगर वहां से आदमी सीरियस हो गया तो जिंदगी भर उसको दवा नहीं लगी. That is a guarantee. Okay.
So
yes,
yes.
Just to add to what Anup Singh said regarding remission. So it was always talked about, but that had never come officially into anything. But now the consensus, the ADA consensus has actually agreed. This is published in August 2021, that they now consider remission of diabetes, that is 6.5 HbA1c without any diabetic medication for 3 months. So that's how. So this is the official statement which is there. But however, as Anup Singh said, we don't consider 6.5 as a remission. We consider anything below 5.6 is even. Our terms are a little stricter. And as long as we are following the diet, we'll be under remission. The moment we leave, we are going to go back. So that issue is there, but unless we follow whatever is the recommendation of
so that's also a big thing.
So as it is said that some are following, some are not following. Those who are following are reaping the benefit, those are not reaping. So that solely depends. And my HbA1c in the last 6 years has never gone above 5.2, not even once. So it is always below 5.2. Usually it is around 4.8, 4.9 and 5, sometimes 5.1, 5.2. So you can say on an average 4.8 to 5 is the average on which I stay. Over to you.
So that's the one way, like following the healthy lifestyle, which we call it is a low carb lifestyle, is one of the best option what I have seen. कि हाँ, अगर people बहुत जल्दी ही LCHF में move करते हैं तो हाँ, they can get into the remission. But there are other options also available. I have seen for people like especially who are very obese. Even the people, they go for the bariatric surgery, because bariatric surgery से भी हाँ, that is also one of the option which is available. कि हाँ, आप अपना diabetes भी reverse कर सकते हैं. In that case, they call it reverse. So what do you say, Arun Kumar, about? Okay, Anup Singh, I think you can comment on this.
Bariatric surgery. I will not talk of statistics. I will talk of a very, close family friend's case.
Okay.
Now, that lady was around 104 for a height of maybe less than 5 feet. उसको जैसे होता है ना, वो घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर होती है. तो I kept on suggesting, कि ये करो वो करो, वो सुना नहीं. Ultimately, she went in for surgery.
Okay.
ठीक है. 20 किलो वजन कम हो गया, no doubt. After 5 years, she is back to that original weight. She fell down. She had a slip disc. ठीक है. अब उसको पता चल रहा है कि क्या होता है. But again, people are careless. बोलते नहीं ठीक है, आप कितना जिंदा रहेंगे, चलता है. So bariatric surgery will not work for long term. That is for sure. वो 3-4 साल 5 साल चलेगा, बाद में फिर वो वापस आ जाएगा जब. So again you go for surgery. No, you cannot. So complications अलग है.
Yeah.
Not that simple surgery. Complications अलग है उसके.
So I think Shashi ji, even if लोग जो bariatric surgery करवाते भी हैं, I think even after bariatric surgery, no doubt their diabetes get reversed, but they have to follow LCHF. अगर after bariatric surgery they have LCHF way of eating, like they can have no diabetes for lifelong, I think. Is it, Shashi?
Yeah, no, I'm just coming to this point. It is not LCHF. Now, first of all,
Okay.
as per the guidelines, bariatric surgery is recommended for anyone with a BMI of 35 and above.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how many of us in India have such high BMI? First of all, okay. So most of the diabetics who are detected are all possibly lean, the trophy type, thin
Yeah.
outside and fat inside. So essentially, bariatric surgery is not going to work on them. And even where the bariatric surgery has been done, the statistics and data actually show that after 4 or 5 years, their diabetes is no more under control. Everything is gone fat, actually. Now, this is one point. Now, second, what is the post-bariatric surgery meal recommendation, if you see? It is actually a higher protein diet.
Okay.
It is so funny, you'll see, when people go for bariatric surgery, prior to bariatric surgery, they are put on a high protein diet so that they reduce some fat around the liver. I'll tell you how stupid it is. Some fat around the liver so that it is very easy for the procedure to be done. And then post bariatric surgery, again, they are put on a higher protein diet. So there they don't say high fat, it is generally high protein diet. That's how, more of lean protein, like that's how they recommend.
Okay.
So it is so stupid. So what if the person is put on a high protein diet for entire life? It is same as LCHF. They will be controlled, but that's how it is. Now, people don't stick to even that dietary recommendation. Now, first of all, that is a highly restricted diet. Please understand. The entire eating capacity, everything goes down. People have to take multiple meals. What we do not know about bariatric surgery is people are put on a multiple meal on a higher protein diet. And because of those manipulations in the GI system, they suffer from huge nutritional deficiencies. And because of which they have to be put on multiple supplements. These are the things which is not shown, which is never discussed, but this happens. And that is why after 4 or 5 years, people just lose control. And then they, whatever big, they become diabetic, they become obese and everything. So this is how the state is. And it's a stomach mutilation surgery, as I always say, very harsh. Yeah, I think Arun Kumar wants to add something.
Yeah, actually, अगर लो प्रोटीन हाई प्रोटीन डाइट पे ही देना है पोस्ट बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी में, तो वो क्यों नहीं पहले से ही फॉलो करता है हाई प्रोटीन डाइट? उसको तो बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. What I am telling you that diet recommendations, if you go before the bariatric surgery, if you go for the high protein diet, as Sasi said, and he is very correct in that. तो अगर हम पहले से अगर हाई प्रोटीन डाइट अगर हम फॉलो करते हैं, लो कार्बोहाइड्रेट डाइट अगर फॉलो करते हैं, तो मुझको तो जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी की, और वो ओबेसिटी भी कम हो जाएगी और डायबिटीज भी उनका कंट्रोल में होगा. Then why the people are going for the bariatric surgery? And one point which I have read, I have not seen of course, but I have read many cases. Post bariatric surgery, lot of complications are coming. Even if you have some other complications, आपका डाइजेशन तो बिल्कुल गया, वो तो बिल्कुल ही गया आपका डाइजेशन में. डाइजेशन आपका खराब हो गया, आप रिस्ट्रिक्टेड मील्स पे हैं, जब तक आपका कंट्रोल में है डॉक्टर. रिस्ट्रिक्टेड मील्स पे हैं, रिस्ट्रिक्टेड आपको फूड पे हैं, तो आपको तो फिर ऐसा कुछ नहीं कि बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी कर दिया और फ्रीडम हो गया, आई कैन ईट एनीथिंग. तो ये यहाँ पे गलत है. इसलिए बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी तो मेरे हिसाब से कोई फायदा नहीं है. पेशेंट अच्छा है, शुरू से ही लो कार्ब, हाई प्रोटीन एंड हाई फैट डाइट को फॉलो करे, तो उसको जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. विदिन 3 to 6 months, obesity and diabetes both will be under control.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yes, Anup Singh.
Anup, you're on mute.
Mute.
Jasmeet, we are very fortunate that we run a community for diabetes care and awareness. So इसलिए ऐसा है कि हमारे पास सारे डेटा भी हैं, ठीक है. Theoretically हमने बता दिया, शशि ने बता दिया, अरुण सर ने बता दिया. Now if we consider one case of Sandeep Rana, ठीक है, उसका वजन था for 6 feet height, it was 118 kg, 17.5. अब उसको कायदे से तो बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी पे चला जाना चाहिए था, है ना, वो नहीं गया. It took him 2 years, around 22 months, to drop his weight purely on diet. Yes, his protein was a bit higher than what we consume normally, and he came down to 78.5 kg.
Okay. In how many
Roughly,
months?
that was roughly 40 kg weight loss, 40 kg in about 22 months.
Okay.
और वो इतना सिंसियर था ना कि वो एवरी मंथ ही यूज्ड टू मेंटेन अ डेटा, कि आज इस महीने इतना लॉस है, इस महीने इतना लॉस है. अल्टीमेटली इन अराउंड 22 months he hit what he wanted, which was 78.5 roughly. तब आप सोचो कि वो बंदा अगर सर्जरी पे जाता तो 5-6 लाख तो ऐसे चले जाते, एंड इट्स नाउ ऑलमोस्ट 4 years ऑन लो कार्ब नाउ फॉर इट, तो वापस वही अब पहुंच जाता जहाँ पहले था.
ओके, एक्चुअली बेसिकली बैरिएट्रिक सर्जरी से भी बेसिक कर हो क्या रहा है, तो हमारा जो इंसुलिन हाई इंसुलिन लेवल है उसको नॉर्मलाइज करते हैं वो, ठीक है, वो जल्दी एक शॉर्ट पीरियड में हो जाता है. लेकिन अगर आप एलसीएचएफ फॉलो करते हो तब भी आप इंसुलिन को नॉर्मलाइज ही कर रहे हो. पीपल डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दिस कि जो भी हो रहा है उसमें और सेम अगर आप एलसीएचएफ को लाइफ लॉन्ग फॉलो करोगे, यू कैन गेट रिड ऑफ द इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस. सो दिस इज द वन थिंग दैट पीपल शुड नो अबाउट डायबिटीज. एंड आई थिंक शशि जी, आप कुछ मेंशन करेंगे, आर देयर एनी ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ दिस डायबिटीज रिमिशन फॉलोइंग एलसीएचएफ? बिकॉज it's very important for the people to know, because many people consider like low carb है तो कुछ health issue हो जाएगा future में जाके. You are on mute.
Yeah. See, first of all, I don't see any drawbacks first. Now, personally, some of us here are really following it up rigidly for the last many years. Anup Singh, 10 years. Me and Arun Kumar, maybe 6-7 years. The only drawback I sometimes say is people do this properly, and then after some time people stray away. Okay, people don't follow the diet properly. People don't test themselves properly. Like we test once in a year. Okay, once in a year I check all the parameters and ensure that it is there, and then maybe once and twice month I keep checking on the home blood sugar monitoring kits. But what happens is many a time people slowly digress away from everything, and then one day they seriously land up in very high HbA1c, maybe 8, 9 or 10 or 11, whatever it is. So the only drawback is people not following the diet properly and people not checking and refusing to check. Because this is a very big thing. Once it is reversed, then they think, okay, sab abhi theek ho gaya, and then we did not check again. So this is the only drawback which I see. Other than that, I don't see any other drawback. Yeah, others can actually add in.
I can add here. अगर ड्रॉबैक की बात करेंगे तो मैं लास्ट फरवरी 2015 से मैं इस डाइट पे गया. मोर देन नियरली 7 years टच करेंगे नेक्स्ट फरवरी. When I switched over to LCHF, I have lot of questions in my mind, because उस समय ये कम्युनिटी उतनी बड़ी नहीं थी और उतना मटेरियल्स पे इंटरनेट पे नहीं था LCHF पे जहाँ पहुँच सके. तो वो बाय एक्सीडेंट हम एक दूसरे साइट से इस पे आए, अनूप सिंह का नाम सुना और हमने कहा कि चलो ठीक है, अब जो होगा, ऐसे भी तो कौन सा फायदा हो रहा है, दवा से तो कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, तो लेट अस गो फॉर द LCHF. और हम फरवरी 2015 में ज्वाइन किए और पूरा कंप्लीट एडॉप्शन में उस समय टाइम मुझको ज्यादा लगा, बिकॉज रोटी नहीं खाएंगे तो क्या खाएंगे, चावल नहीं खाएंगे तो क्या खाएंगे, ये सब क्वेश्चंस आता था. धीरे धीरे और बहुत सारा कुछ रोटी वगैरह जो भी है खुद से मैंने इन्वेंट किया कि अगर इस रोटी के जगह पे कुछ दूसरा करना है तो कैसे करना है. ये सब करते करते सितंबर 2015 में आई ऑफ कंप्लीटली टू ऑल ग्रेन्स एंड लेग्यूम्स, दोनों बंद किया. एंड उसके बाद से कंटिन्यूअस चल रहा है. हाई प्रोटीन, लगभग प्रोटीन मेरा 90 to 100 ग्राम चला जाता है और साथ में फैट तो है ही है. और कार्बोहाइड्रेट अगर जैसे वो 25 ग्राम से 30 ग्राम के ऊपर जाता है तो वो घंटी बजाती है, वो मेरा मीटर बता देता है कि आपको ज्यादा चल रहा है. तो कहीं पे कोई हमको तो ड्रॉबैक इसका नहीं दिख रहा. कोई ड्रॉबैक नहीं है. आप हाई फैट पे जाइए, आप हाई प्रोटीन पे जाइए, कोई ड्रॉबैक नहीं. मेरा किडनी बिल्कुल सही है. एक्चुअली मेरा थोड़ा इसमें मोशन है मेरा कुछ कि मैं मीटर बहुत रेगुलर यूज करता हूँ. एटलीस्ट कम से कम 2 दिन पे तो एक बार यूज कर ही लेता हूँ. और बाकी जो पैरामीटर्स है हर 2 से 3 महीने पे एक बार मैं चेक करता हूँ. अपना ये हमारा दिमाग में चलता है. तो किडनी बिल्कुल सही है, लीवर बिल्कुल सही है, हार्ट बिल्कुल सही है, बाकी सारा पैरामीटर्स जो इंफ्लेमेटरी मार्कर्स है वो बिल्कुल सही है. तो फिर ड्रॉबैक है कहाँ? कहीं कोई ड्रॉबैक नहीं है. एक्चुअली मेरा लिपिड भी जो है ना, वो हमने अभी तो पोस्ट भी किया था, 94 है मेरा HDL, 95 है ट्राइग्लिसराइड. टोटल कोलेस्ट्रॉल ज्यादा है तो आई डोंट माइंड दैट. LDL तो LCS में बढ़ेगा ही बढ़ेगा, जिस हमको मालूम है पता पहले से. तो कहीं कोई ड्रॉबैक नहीं है. दोज हु आर हैविंग एनी क्वेश्चंस, कोई भी डाउट है दिमाग में, बिल्कुल निकाल दें. हाई फैट डाइट का कोई ड्रॉबैक नहीं है, हाई फैट हाई प्रोटीन डाइट का कोई ड्रॉबैक नहीं है। अगर आप कार्बोहाइड्रेट को रिस्ट्रिक्टेड रखते हो, 20 ग्राम 30 ग्राम और 50 ग्राम जो भी आपका कार्ब टॉलरेंस है उसके अंडर में रखते हैं तो कोई परेशानी नहीं है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। इसलिए स्ट्रिक्टली उस पर रहिए, बिल्कुल सही रहिए। नाउ आई एम एंजॉयिंग, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। ओके जसमीत।
Okay, thank you so much, Arun Kumar. So, Shashi ji, next question I would like to ask, because before I go to Anup Singh, so I think that Shashi, you can mention, is there any medical association, those who are you're suggesting this low carb lifestyle to beat diabetes? Because, you know, this is the one of the best option what I have seen. But what about why medical association, they are not recommending low carb?
Actually, if you really see, there has been winds of changes in the last few years. Starting 2019, and ADA and ESD consensus already have recommended LCD, low carbohydrate diet, and VLCD, very low carbohydrate diet, in the nutrition guideline. 2020 Diabetes Canada has already recommended low CHO and very low CHO diet for type 1 and type 2 diabetes both.
Okay.
Now recently 2021, even Diabetes Australia, they also recommend low carbohydrate diet for diabetes remission. Though in the caveat they mentioned that this can be done only for a few months. I really don't know. It's really funny, okay, how you can follow low carb diet for a few 3 to 6 months and then go back to high carb. That's really foolish. But then this is to tell you that the leading associations of the world have already recommended low carbohydrate diet for diabetes in their guideline. It is just that we do not know or we do not want to see. These are the two things. Now, while we are talking about diabetes in this World Diabetes Day, I also want to highlight that Obesity Medicine Association USA, they have explicitly mentioned ketogenic diet as one of the options for resolution of obesity. Now you can understand that this is how world over it is being.
The things are changing.
Yeah, things are changing. We do not know, and we have a lot of misconceptions about this. But I'm sure that as time goes on, now the latest development is the recognition of diabetes remission, which was never recognized earlier, though it was talked about. So things are changing, and I'm sure that with discussions like this, more and more people will be aware that there is an option. I always say that people should be given an option. It doesn't matter if you're taking medicines and following certain diets, okay. But those people should be told that low carb is available for you. And I'm sure that many will go for low carb. Yeah, over to you, Jasmeet.
Okay, thank you, Shashi. So, Anup Singh, so this is on World Diabetes Day. We have to aware people about the diabetes care, and you are running a platform, D-Life, and you have already helped many people. I think that D-Life has already reported more than 250 success stories of the people who are already in the remission phase. They have well managing their diabetes, their blood sugar with the help of low carb dietary pattern. So, could you please tell our viewers that how they can access to D-Life and how D-Life can help people in the future? Is there something new is coming up from your side?
Yeah, before Anup Singh takes over, I think that is the theme of World Diabetes Day this year: access to diabetes care.
Yeah,
and I think Anup Singh has a lot of things up his sleeve when he says that how can people have access to diabetes care in a different sense? How can people have access to low carb nutrition? Yeah, over to you, Anup Singh.
Okay, thank you, Shashi.
See, Jasmeet, आज से करीब, roughly around 11 years back, I was as clueless as everyone on what is low carb diet. ठीक है, सुनते थे. Now Western forums पे क्या है कि वो beef, bacon and egg, that is very easy to switch. तो हुआ ये कि one of the Western forums I took the idea and then I started experimenting. और धीरे धीरे पहले 120 से चालू किया, फिर ultimately when I settled with what worked, that is the time when I realized कि at least for Indians for whom this diet is thought to be very difficult, there should be something focusing explicitly on Indian way of living, जहाँ पे animal protein consumption per capita is barely 4 to 5 kg. तो उस गोल के से जो है ना, we started D-Life.in And over the year, as we started having success stories and everything, abhi, if we talk of today, 250 plus is there, of course, and you get community support, जो कि बहुत जरूरी है, because family में भी अगर एक बंदा diabetic है तो he needs help. That help will not come from family. That will help will only come from a community of Indians. आप वहाँ पे वेस्टर्न या यूके यूएस किसी से इंटरमिंगल नहीं कर रहे हो, तो जो एक कम्युनिकेशन का वो होता है ना लिमिटेशन कि मैं कैसे पूछूं क्या पूछूं, हम तो बोलते हैं आप इंग्लिश में लिखो वो भी चलेगा, हमको समझ में आ जाएगी. दूसरा जो सबसे बड़ा होता है कि वेयर टू स्टार्ट, हाउ टू स्विच. ठीक है, अब हाउ टू स्विच तो ठीक है वो बता देंगे. नेक्स्ट आता है कि भाई हम खाएं क्या, तो खाएं क्या में जो है अभी ओवर द इयर्स अगेन वी हैव, I think total जो जहाँ पे macro and everything is calculated and it is only Indian recipes and most of them are tried and tested by members who have posted them. तो 500 तो ऐसी है कि जिसमें macro and all everything is calculated, you don't have to waste time. आप सीधा लीजिए, उसमें जो भी आपकी स्टाइल है मॉडिफाई कीजिए and go ahead with it.
So you mean those recipes are well tested by diabetics?
By members, not
Yeah.
diabetic, by Indian members, क्योंकि
Most of them are diabetics.
Yes, ठीक है. और basically community support है. Then if somebody is very shy or short on time and they need one-on-one support with a low carb nutritionist, वो भी है. आपको उसमें बाकी लोग भी हैं जो they provide. And जो सबसे बड़ी चीज है ultimately aim was that we should become India's, if not India's, at least दुनिया में तो ये हो कि हाँ इसके जैसा इंडिया के लिए कोई प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है.
Yeah.
तो कम्युनिटी सपोर्ट, वन ऑन वन सपोर्ट, बाकी वो सब तो है ही है. देन वी लॉन्च्ड द एजुकेशन पार्ट वेयर लो कार्ब डिप्लोमा इज देयर एंड if anybody is interested they can always join and enroll and go ahead. और उसमें जो बाकियों से उसमें भी अलग है, we wanted to be different. उसमें अलग ये है कि the certification is from a NAAC accredited autonomous institute. वो NSDC का सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है डिप्लोमा का, ठीक है. और there is no recertification clause. कई हैं जो ऑपरेट करते हैं हर 2 साल में उनको 12,000 रुपए चाहिए to give you a fresh certificate. Here it is, there is no recertification clause. You enroll once, clear everything, and then that's it. तो जो अवेयरनेस और केयर का है वो कम्युनिटी साइड ही है सारा, and there is nothing missing. To our mind, to our mind there is nothing missing. अगर कोई बोलता है कि भाई ये भी होना चाहिए, तो we are always open to add features to it. ठीक है, तो ये है. अब इंडिया में अगर किसी को चाहिए लो कार्ब तो ठीक है, स्पेक्टर ग्रुप्स बहुत होंगे, फेसबुक ग्रुप है, बट आई डोंट कंसीडर सच ग्रुप्स एज वेरी सीरियस ऑपरेशन. तो फ्री बेसिकली फ्री लोडिंग है, फेसबुक पे फ्री लोडिंग है, इंस्टाग्राम पे, वहां पे सब अपना अपना चलाते हैं. देयर इज नो फोकस एज सच कि आप तो इंस्टाग्राम से व्हाट्सएप पे आ जाओ, व्हाट्सएप पे हम चैट करेंगे. दैट डज नॉट वर्क. एटलीस्ट दैट इज व्हाट आई थिंक. That is why it is a complete platform, accessible 24/7 from everywhere. And rest assured, अगर आप पोस्ट करते हो तो कोई ना कोई तो आपको जवाब देगा ही. ठीक है.
एटलीस्ट 24 आवर्स के अंदर में तो कोई ना कोई जवाब दे ही देगा.
Yes, you will get your replies and very pinpointed, replies. और अगर कुछ there is something new for us, yes, then we say that you can try this and report back how it is working.
Yeah, because everyone is different.
Yes.
So this is the reason. And even DLife look at all the factors that can contribute to diabetes. So you look into each matter in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, अब जैसे है केस था साइकोट्रोपिक ड्रग्स पे था, साइकोएक्टिव जो भी बोलते हैं वो केस अलग था. बेसिकली मेंटल प्लस डायबिटीज प्लस 10 अदर कंडीशंस, वो भी सुधर गया. ठीक है, कोई फैटी लिवर की लेके आया, डायबिटीज नहीं है, वो सुधर गया. तो कई सारी चीजें हैं. एंड एज इट इज व्हेन इट इज अ कम्युनिटी, इट इज नॉट वन माइंड व्हिच इज वर्किंग, इट इज नॉट अ वन मैन शो. जो बाकी जो व्हाट्सएप और इस पे चलाते हैं वो सब वन मैन शो है.
Yeah.
वन मैन शो नहीं है कि यहाँ पे डिफरेंट माइंड्स आर वर्किंग एंड वी वर्क कलेक्टिवली। ये नहीं है कि अरुण सर ने कुछ बोला तो मैं उसका उल्टा बोलूंगा, या शशि ने कुछ बोला तो अरुण सर कुछ उल्टा बोलेंगे। वी वर्क वेरी कलेक्टिवली एंड द
Yeah.
प्राइमरी गोल कि इसका
To
A1C
help people.
5.6 मैक्स होना चाहिए।
Mhm.
ठीक है, और उसमें वी गिव फ्रीडम टू द पर्सन हु स्विचिंग। ये भी नहीं बोलते डंडे लेके कि भाई ये नहीं करोगे तो वी विल नॉट हेल्प, वी विल हेल्प यू अंडर
Very
ऑल
flexible.
सर्कमस्टेंसेस।
Yes, this I have seen. The D-Life is very flexible. It's for everyone, even if you are vegetarian, or vegetarian, or even if you are non-vegetarian.
Yes,
So,
yes, I forgot, out of all the recipes posted, 50% plus are vegetarian.
Yeah.
और उसमें से भी I think more than 70% of that vegetarian will be keto. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वो it is LCHF is something very difficult to follow.
Yeah.
We have made it very easy to follow. बाकी सामने वाले पे है वो कितना cooperate करे.
So one thing is determination is important. You join D-Life with the determination. First, have a trust, and then you will automatically get determined to reverse your disorder.
देखो ट्रस्ट का ये है ना, अब मैं 11 साल, अब मैं 3 लोगों को जोड़ूं, अगर 3 लोगों को जोड़ूं तो there is a trust of 22 years at least. अब बाकी 250 को जोड़ दे तो 1000 साल का तो ट्रस्ट है.
So I would really encourage all the viewers to just log into www.daylife.in and then go through some of the success stories and see that how people are they are reversing their metabolic disorders with the help of LCHF.
अस्मित हम इसमें ऐड करना चाहते हैं, वंस अगर आप फोरम पे मेंबर हो तो मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है कि यू गो एंड रेगुलरली लॉग इन टू द फोरम. आप रोज रोज जब इंटरेक्ट करते हो, आप रोज रोज उसको रीडिंग करते हो, तो यू विल गेट मोटिवेटेड विद अदर मेंबर्स कि कौन कैसे कर रहा है, उसको क्या फायदा हो रहा है. और रेगुलरिटी होने से क्या होता है कि आप कभी भी डेविएट नहीं कर सकते हो इससे. हम लोग तो है ही हैं, और लोग भी हैं, और आपको रेगुलर जाने से आपको सेल्फ मोटिवेशन मिलता है, आप उस डाइट पे स्ट्रिक्ट रहते हो, और नहीं होने पे, छूट जाने पे वो धीरे धीरे फिर पुराने डाइट पे लौट जाते हैं. That's why those who are member, I request them to come regularly, log in and go through the posts.
Yeah, that is one big thing with D-Life, that we can even the members who are already diabetic, they're helping each other. They are they are discussing their own cases with other people, like, so this really give a lot of encouragement to keep on going on this lifestyle. So Shashi ji, would you like to add something?
What more to add other than I can give a bit more statistics also.
Yeah, sure.
Like when it comes to diabetes meds, the biggest medicine in India pharma industry is actually Mixtard, which is actually an anti-diabetic, and among the top 20 brands, 5 are actually anti-diabetic, including insulin and oral anti-diabetic. This is just the top 5. I mean, there are a lot of other drugs. You can imagine the top pharmaceutical product today is actually insulin in India. It is actually Mixtard, amounting to quite a lot, around 6 or 7 crores also. So so this speaks huge. And then I think as a final comment, or if this is what you are hinting or asking, is we have low carbohydrate nutrition as an option for all diabetic to get diabetes under remission, or at least if someone has been in diabetes for 2 or 3 decades, it is still possible to reduce medication and follow low carb to some extent. And I think it's a good way to stay healthy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Shashi. So I think now we can take a few questions from the viewers.
Yeah, I have given the option for them to unmute and.
Okay. So viewers, if you have any question, you can just directly ask.
They can unmute them.
So I wanted to ask about sesame seeds. I know seed oils are bad for you because they contain a huge amount of omega-6. But what happens when you have something like roasted sesame seeds?
No issue, absolutely. The issue comes where when we refine everything, when we have it as a whole food, there is no issue. There is not a single data which shows that if we have these in whole food, it causes an issue. Because you cannot eat 1 kg of sesame, which may be required to extract this much oil. So you can go ahead and have small quantity. There is no data to prove that.
And even, the omega-3, omega-6 balance is more important. Like even if you consume omega-6, you should, you have to consume some omega-3. But if you are maintaining the balance, there is never an issue with the omega-6.
And and for Indian vegetarian, let me also tell you what is the source of omega-3. For non-veg, of course, it is all the non-veg plus fish. The other source very close by for lacto would be eggs. And then for Indians, vegetarians, it is dairy products which will give them. It is ghee. Go ahead and have ghee. It will give you the EPA, DHA to some extent. Ghee and butter. Yeah.
Yes. So on low carb, if you're consuming sesame seeds, there will never be any problem.
Not an issue.
Omega-3 pe, let us not get fooled by plant-based omega-3. Wo flaxseed, tons of it, if you eat, it is useless.
Yeah.
Is the conversion rate is
Yes.
0.5 to 5%. Can you
Yes,
imagine conversion rate as per data 0.5 to 5% only?
And in diabetics, it is still worse. So never trust that flaxseed oil low or flaxseed low for omega.
They're all rancid.
Or
You never take
flaxseed, chia
oil.
seed, all false.
You can take those as a food stuff, but don't depend upon that for omega.
Yeah.
No, I actually take omega-3 supplements because I know that I'm not going to get it from anywhere. So I take one at lunchtime and one in the evening. And it's been good since I've been doing it. A lot of improvements, a lot of health improvements. Yeah. Good. Very good.
So any other question?
Yeah, I know you've answered it, the insulin resistant part. But so why do people say that because you've damaged your pancreas, that it actually is going to be difficult for you to become insulin sensitive again, go from being resistant to sensitive?
The issue is when people say you damaged your pancreas, it is hypothetical because we don't measure. Do we measure insulin level? Do we really measure C-peptide? Yeah, C-peptide is measured to some extent.
Yeah.
But we really don't measure the insulin level routinely. So I think insulin, if it is measured routinely, we will know that we still have some secretion capacity. Nevertheless, on a low carb diet, we require lower insulin level, and that will work as well. So there is we have cases like Arun Kumar here, who has been on medications for 2 decades. He's been on sulfonylurea and metformin for 2 decades. Now he's only on metformin. Yeah, and pioglitazone. So he's now only on I think metformin, or you're out of it.
Sasi, last 3 months I off metformin also. Completely no metformin.
And I think, Shashi, this is a different scenario, like insulin resistance and pancreas. We can't correlate both of them. Now, insulin resistance, of course, when you switch to low carb, your insulin levels, your cells can again become insulin sensitive.
Yeah.
But it depends, the carbohydrates, the amount of carbohydrates that you are eating, you have to focus on that.
Yeah, but
you can become insulin sensitive even if you have, less amount of fasting insulin levels since
Sneha madam has told that insulin resistance and pancreas conked off. So no, that's how when I say that,
because that's how people
don't measure. It is all hypothetical.
Right.
Actually, what happens if you continue on the low carb diet, slowly your cells will be sensitive to the insulin and glucose uptake will be there. Insulin resistance, what happens? Then glucose uptake will not be there, neither from muscles or other tissues. So balanced glucose is just floating in the blood. So that is the insulin resistance wherein the blood glucose will go high. But once you continue with the low carb diet, slowly your insulin, the receptors on the cells will get sensitive to the insulin and glucose will come inside the cell. That's what. Pancreas conking is different. Okay, that means if continuously there is a pressure, because what happens if there is a glucose in the blood, your brain will always signal to the pancreas to release more insulin. वो तो बेचारा देख रहा है कि भैया ग्लूकोज है ब्लड में तो इंसुलिन निकालना पड़ेगा. And that is the procedure where the beta cells start necrosis and धीरे धीरे करके एक bunch of beta cells got die. और उसके बाद ये प्रॉब्लम होता है, फिर उसका इंसुलिन रेसिस्टेंस तो भूल जाइए. There is an insulin deficiency case. So that's why in the long term, if you go for the type 1, 2 diabetic also, there is no insulin left in the beta cells. If you check them, 1 or 2 will be the level for the insulin level. But that is the insulin deficiency. There is a case in the forum. I think Anup Singh will remember. HSD. Do you remember Anup?
Yeah, HSD.
Yeah. He became insulin deficient and he has to take the sulfonylurea. He was on the gliclazide tablet just started.
He's on a small dose, I think.
Small bit, but it is his observation that I am insulin deficient.
Gliclazide or something is.
Gliclazide 30
Gliclazide.
mg modified release. So he's on
And
that.
despite being insulin deficient for almost I think 7 years plus now,
Okay.
उसका A1C कभी 5.7 के ऊपर नहीं गया. Only once it has gone above 5.7, otherwise 5.2, 5.3, 5.4 ये चलता है. खाली एक पॉइंट और ऐड करना था, since it is awareness. Anybody who's being detected as diabetic pre 25 years of age, ठीक है, वो जो है ना, might as well get tested for type 2 MODY.
Yeah.
ठीक है, क्योंकि क्या होता है, it is normally misdiagnosed as either type 2 or type 1. But MODY is a different beast, although only 1 or 2% have it. But still, अगर 25 के पहले, and if you're an adult getting into diabetic territory, please get tested for all antibodies and C-peptide. To
It's
rule out.
actually GAD test.
Sorry? Yeah, GAD.
GAD
Yeah,
test.
GAD 65. Okay.
GAD and C-peptide is usually measured for this.
Any other questions from viewers?
If not, we can wind up.
Okay. I think, Anup Singh, I think at last we should also tell people about when should they get sincere about, that they are going to get diabetes in the future. Because what I have seen that people, even consider 105, 110 levels as the normal fasting glucose level. No doubt there is a test, fasting insulin test that can tell in advance if they're going to get diabetes in future. But most of them, they don't have access to this test. So what do you say, like if they just measure their fasting glucose level, how do they know that they're going to get diabetes in future? What level do you consider?
Above 90.
Above 90. This is the fasting glucose level.
Above 90, anything above 90, get educated and go for fasting insulin test. Okay? That is the first step. So
Okay.
105, 110. I mean, all of us, say, don't go by all these lab limits. लैब लिमिट आज 110 है, कल 105 हो जाएगी, परसों they'll put it down to 100. It is all industry driven limit. It is all industry driven limit. ठीक है, तो प्रैक्टिकली जो है 90 के ऊपर अगर फास्टिंग है तो आप अपना फास्टिंग इंसुलिन टेस्ट करो. एंड इफ anyone is testing PP and 2R PP is 140, it is a dangerous case. 2R PP should be less than 120 always. Okay. और कोई बहुत ही ज्यादा academically, he's trying to delve into it, then your pre-meal blood sugar and 2R PP should be near about same. Then you're perfectly fine. वो ऊपर नीचे ज्यादा हो रहा है तो then please get your insulin test.
Okay, so thank you, Anup Singh. This is very important for the people to know. Like अगर आपका fasting insulin above 90 जा रहा है and अगर आपका PP insulin above 120 जा रहा है, you have to
fasting blood sugar.
Sorry. Fasting sugar and fast PP sugar. अगर आपका जो खाने के बाद वाला जो आपका 2 hours after your meal, if you are checking your blood sugar level, it should be below 120 level. So you should get sincere about your blood sugar level and take it seriously. So thank you so much, all the team members from D-Live and all the viewers for joining us. So I think we should now.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.